What it is, guys, it's your old boy Pilt coming at you with another Dokkan Battle video. Tonight is Physical Friday. Good times. And actually that's perfect, because we just awakened, or I say awakened. Wrong choice of words, because we didn't awaken him, but we did just get our SA-10 Tao Pai Pai. So that's perfect. We can bring him into this fight. In fact, I'm running him as my leader, but we'll get into that in a moment. Tonight, you want to be very careful about how you pick your fight. And the reason I say that is because we are running Vicious Mechanical Monarch Frieza, Cold-Blooded King Cold, and the Successor Fail Fusions. Now, this runs twice a week. We've already discussed it once. You should definitely have this farmed up. You should have SA-10 of both Gokenkses. I keep calling him Gogeta because I'm used to the... I love Movie 12, y'all, and the Fat Gogeta has a special place. Vaku, as the Viz manga calls him. But Fat Gogeta has a place in my heart. But anyway, Gotenks is alright. But neither here nor there. The problem with this event is it's very, very deceiving. If you know anything, though, about the awakened forms, which is what you fight, we're gonna focus on medals going forward. You should have farmed these events long since. Farming the events is simple. So farm all these up, definitely. Farm them up during the day. I haven't really talked about that in a while because we'll just basically touch on it. You should know how to farm this at this point. Very simple. But you should have all of these characters at SA-10 at this point, which I don't necessarily myself, but I've been bringing y'all content. Cut me some slack. Alright, so the problem with running these events is this one's fairly straightforward. This one's a bit difficult because if King Cold hits you with a super, it lowers your attack significantly. It's like 25%. It's not pretty. So you want to bring a sealer or 2 or 3, and you want to make sure you get that seal off. Now, that's not always easy if you're trying to do this without spending items. Your goal should always be to try to beat this without a continue or without item. That gets you 3 Dragon Stones. 1 for the beat, 1 for the doing it without a continue, 1 for doing it without items. That's nice. Should be your goal. With him, it's going to be difficult. With Frieza, it's going to be nigh impossible. Because Frieza's passive, in his fully awakened form, reduces your attack by 40%. Before he supers you, it reduces it by like another 25%. So it's like, it's disgusting. I tried to run him earlier a couple of times, and save for bringing in, my big dogs, it was impossible. I mean, it was really, really, really hard. So I think for him, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to really farm the crap out of your SA-10s. We'll probably have to wait to do it free-to-play on his medals until after the tournament. We'll see. I'll continue trying. But I don't see a good free-to-play path that doesn't cost items, save for fully awakened Dokkans. And that's fully linked Dokkans. That's going to be a big deal. But so tonight, let's do the Gotenks event. We're going to do a Pudgy Hero, because that's the physical. The other one's a tech. And we have a mono strength team. And what we're going to be looking for here is, I think, I went through this earlier, yeah. An unawakened Gogeta. And we'd prefer an SA-10, but I went through it earlier. SA-6 is the best I got. I'm going to change this guy out for a... Oh, I don't have a strength one. Oh. Well, let's bring another Dende. Yeah, I think bringing another Dende is going to be the best bet. Yeah, guys, I'm really low on items. I've been running a lot of tests, and I haven't been able to find very many good items in the Baba shop this week. It's all been training items, so I'm like really low on items. But we're going to try to run it without items. That's the thing. If we can do this without items, we will get extra stones. That's very, very nice. That's the missions. So hopefully we'll be able to pull that off. SA-6 SA-6 Gogeta is nothing to sneeze at. So I don't think he'd be able to one-shot each strength, but we'll see. We shall see. Key maintenance is going to be big, though. Key maintenance is going to be extraordinarily big. Alright, good. Don't hurt me. And the reason I'm not going to go after a whole bunch of items is, frankly, the more of those question mark blocks we land on, the more likely we are to get hurt. We don't want to go into this with damage. So, ooh, right off the bat. What's up, girl? Alright, so I don't think we're going to have any argument that he's going to have the best defense. Nope. And the only non-extreme type we have is our Bulma. I didn't talk about our team. Let's talk about our team real fast. Of course, we've got Gogeta. Our team lead is Tao Pai Pai. Strength type, key +3. I apologize for jumping into this without doing it, but we're doing it real quick. May stun enemy, so we don't really want to bank on that. Now, we're also running Dracula Man because he is a sealer. He's only an SA3. We're not going to use him for his SA. We're using him for his sealing capabilities. Other than that, we're going to keep him out of the battle because his defense sucks. He is a free-to-play. You get him from the friend summon. We're also running Beloved Girl Fighter Android 18. I only have her in SA1, but she does extreme damage, so she'll be able to do a little bit here and there. She is free-to-play. You can get her in the Baba shop. I just haven't bothered to buy extras and upgrade her SA because, frankly, I just don't run her very often anymore. Real talk. We are also running the Lunch. The reason we're doing that is because she lowers defense. I do have her in SA5, but she's not going to do a whole heck of a lot of damage. We are running this the Bulma that you get, one of the Bulmas, the Strength Bulma that you get from the DB summon after that. And the reason is because she has key link skills that will link to Lunch and Dracula Man that will give us key. I believe Lunch also gives us key, doesn't she? I think that's why I picked her. Yeah, key +2. So that's going to be very, very nice. And finally, Geraldo. General Roldo, or whatever you want to call him. Geraldo. We're going to call him Geraldo because that makes me smile. We are running Geraldo. He is farmable. I was farming him last night. He does lower attack, which is very, very nice. And key +2 plus attack 1000, which key +2 though when facing only one enemy. So that's gonna be big. We should have a lot of key tonight. All right. Well, now that we know the team, we're kind of in a worst case scenario. We don't have any extra key on the field. We're just working with the 5 that Tao and Gogeta give us. I don't have any way to get Gogeta's super off, which would instantly end this. But Gokenks is also coming right out the box. So that's bad. That means we are about to take some damage. I don't like that, and I don't want that. But I don't see any way right now to mitigate it. So it also means he's probably going to hit us with a super. This kind of puts us in a scenario where we're about to have to accept the fact we're going to use some items. There's no way to get off anyone's super at this moment, so what I'm going to do, Tao is the next best defense, so we're going to hit him with that much key. At least hope that we don't get supered, and this is actually good right here. If I can get... Come on. Perfect. Alright, now excellent. Now, that should be it. This should be round 1. Hopefully. Alright, and good. He did not super us. He did not super us. That's excellent. I don't know if 6 SA is going to be enough to do him in one shot, but let's find out. Nope. Crap. Now, we do have full key bars. That's good. And the other problem is he's not sealed. So, and none of them really do much of anything, so we'll just have to hope for the best. I don't think anything really nice is about to happen, so let's just focus on getting these red key spheres down here. That was a really piss poor job of doing that, too. I should have paid a little more attention. But I really need to... Oh, and I just realized I should have had her... I should have had her last. If Bulma doesn't finish him off, which she's not going to because she's not powerful enough, she's going to take some damage. No damage? Oh, Jesus. So, I've just gotten really lucky. I know I've taken half health, but that's still extremely lucky compared to what I was really expecting. Okay. Now, Dracula Man, we want to get your super off just in case. You're an extreme type. Alright. What am I doing? Geraldo doesn't need a huge amount, but there's no way to get his super off. Let's move Geraldo to the back. Let's move Tao up here and do this. Now, yet again, there's no real way for me to seal, so I'll just worry about dropping this red key and get off Geraldo's super. And if I'm insanely lucky, which I have not been thus far, yeah. Remember that part I said about not being lucky enough to do this without items? We're going to use items. That's just real talk. Real talk. An SA-10 Gogeta would have been extremely nice. But again, when we're doing free-to-play, beggars can't be choosy. So, and I really need to seal him up. I really need to seal him. Otherwise, he's going to do some insane damage. Alright. So now we're in a spot. We have to make a decision. If he's super sus, we're probably dead. Real talk. If he's super sus right now, we're probably dead. So, I forget what he hits for, but it's not going to be happy. It's that line where you're like, okay, none of my sealers are out. I really want to do this without spending an item. But at what point do I pick my battles? And he's got three health bars instead of the 2 most characters have. I sadly wasn't aware of that. I forgot that. I've run this before and I totally forgot. So, what do we do? Well, really calculating the shit out of this because that's an expensive option. But no, I cannot. I can't justify Ghost Usher. Let's try Launch first. Launch, give us 2 key. She gave us 1. That bitch. All right. So I can tell I'm not a happy camper at the moment. I am not a happy boy. And I can use a second one, but I get the feeling we're going to need that one later. Has not been a good run. Because literally every possible bad scenario has been like... That's been Super Strike this week. Super Strike this week has been like, okay, what we'll do is we'll shuffle up all the characters, and we'll just put one over here, put one over here, put one over here, and make sure that none of their link skills work. Thanks, game. Thanks. And the thing is unless you have all your Super Strikes, it's really hard to run a link skill team. So I guess the real talk here is when the strength types come up, just farm the shit out of them. Get as many SA-10s as you can and jump into the game so you can just bash through it. I should have been focusing on that from day one. I've been so focused on doing farming videos and getting these up. We should probably go back to square one, get your SA-10s. Don't be an idiot. That's pointing at me on the screen. I'm like, you You. I. So, what do we do? What do we do? Well, he's going to super. We don't have a sealer. I don't see another option. This is the look of a man who just made a very expensive decision. But decisions were made. And yes, I did pretty much waste that launch. There's no sugarcoating that. She was wasted. And we're not getting off Gogeta Super. So, yeah. The key field is a dick. The key field... This has not been a good week as far as the Super Strike events go. They have been unforgivingly dickish. And I really need that strength key changer. I've used them all up. I used them all up in the bigger events, running like the Shadow Dragons and whatnot. Trying to upgrade my bought items. So, Dracula Man could seal. That's good news. Let's seal. We're not even going to mess with that. Now we have Tao's super. But we need to keep Bulma and him together. So let's do that. And get off Tao's super. Now the key field's getting a little nicer. We're doing a little more maintenance on the key field. But we're still not doing an insane amount of damage. What we really need to do is we need Gogeta back. I think he's coming back in 2 turns. So you put him at the end last time. That's another thing that hurts. We want Gogeta straight off. We really want him straight off every single time, so we have him every 2 turns instead of 3. 2 turns, not 3. Alright, Geraldo. And it's Senzu time. One of these days, I'll have the intelligence to come in here with all SA-10s and wipe the floor with him. Until then, I'm going to continue spending items and not getting that damn event. Alright. That's totally on me. I realize that's completely on my head. I was the one who made the idiotic decision to be a fool. Alright. So, and since she does the most damage of the 2 of them, we'll bring her out. And again, we're doing this with free-to-play characters. A lot of them SA1 when I probably should be SA10. Real talk. This tells you the value of that SA10. It really does. Alright, Gogeta. Thank you, sir. Okay. And we will refresh the seal. And we only need 2, so let's... There's no ungreedy option. That's sad. And we don't have really anyone that nukes, so to speak, so having all that orange on the field doesn't do us a whole lot of good. Alright, seal them up. And I hate that I'm basically using Bulma to fill a hole. It kind of sucks. That probably could be of better use. I just don't have a farmable character that I feel confident in right now. Alright. Geraldo, you don't do... Nope, he doesn't do anything like that. I know Launch doesn't. So... That kind of really super sucks. That's a waste of a lot of key. A lot of key wasted. Alright. Spring launch over. And finally, since Geraldo only needs 3. This is not the cleanest run, guys. I will be totally legitimate with you. This is not the cleanest run. Had to do a lot of key maintenance at the beginning. And we wound up having to spend items because the game was like... that... If you don't know what that means, you probably don't belong on this channel. Let's just say it broke a table. The game's girth broke a table. Alright. Dude, would you stop? Oh, he's stunned. He's stunned. Perfect. Love it. Thank you. Alright, Gogeta. Make me the happiest man on the universe. Alright. Now the downside is we are about to waste a move. And I don't like that, but it's legit a thing. We did that so that we could get off the seal. Oh my god, that's way too much key. Holy crap. Yeah, key maintenance has not been paramount, and I need to get back on that. Good, 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 good. I like seeing that much damage. His defense is down, his attack is down, and he is stunned. So that's nice. That's excellent. So this is what we should have been doing from the start. This is where we should have started off, not in the hole where we were. So we'll beat this. I mean, we're not going to need to continue, hopefully. I'm not going to shoot my mouth off yet, but we shouldn't need to continue. Who has the best defense? Oh my god, are we stunned? Okay, no, it doesn't. Sorry. I saw that icon for a second. I'm like, oh my god, did he really stun us? No, he didn't stun us. Stunning's a little different. That's key up. Alright. So. Real talk, who has the best defense? She does. So I'm going to put her up front. Okay. Yep, I'm going to do that. I think that's going to be my best option. Boom. Now I really needed a sealer or a stun this time around. And that... Ooh, he is still sealed. He is still sealed, so that's good. That is excellent. I didn't realize he was still sealed. Perfect. Alright. And we're back to the field is a dick. Alright. Now, real talk, what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to get... We're going to have to do a little maintenance to get the key back in order. But if I do that, that's 3 key. Let's try that. Ah, perfect. And we're done. And a Dokkan. So, yeah, no. This match is over, ladies and gentlemen. As long as I don't screw up the Dokkan. It's a little pathetic that we had to go to the extent of getting Dokkan. So I realized I was looking down at it from the... half of the screen is obscured by my pop filter, so Had a little depth perception issue there for a moment, but we got it. We got it. Should be watching it out here, but I'm kind of cockeyed tonight. That's that, though. And we should get an extra event. I don't know if I should have already beaten this. I shouldn't get the event. Now I'm going to feel embarrassed if I actually get the event, but... So I don't remember the last time I run this. I think... Yeah, I got the event. Okay. The last time I ran it was probably like really early on when I was still a noob and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I'll show you real quick. We'll go in here. I've only got 12 stamina left. What the fuck? Dragonstone. Yeah, I had to drop the F-bomb. Sorry. I apologize. It's late at night. I'm only partially caffeinated. But yeah. So if we run that again and we are able to do it without using an item, which we'll try to do next week, when your old boy Pilk's intelligent and does it with SA10s. So what we'll do is we'll rerun that and we'll try to do it without using any items. And there will be another stone we can collect for doing it without items. So that's kind of that. That's going to be pretty critical. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about tonight, and I've been talking about it a little bit, and I was tempted to do it tonight. I really thought about it, and I wanted to do it, but I don't have the items. I need to do a little farming, and I need an Elder Kai badge. But we'll talk about it. Let's go. No, we're not doing summons. Go away. Oh, y'all see, I got 91 stones. The reason I'm farming stones. I want to do another summon. I want to do another summon. I want to do... That last summon video was on fire. But I've spent the money I can spend for the month. So... I want to do another summon video. So I'm probably going to do a live stream tomorrow night. Probably tonight as this video goes up late. This video will be up Saturday morning sometime instead of Friday when it belongs. But... Sorry guys. That's my schedule. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to start doing these a week in advance so we can really get on it. I don't know if I'll be able to do that tonight because it is so late. What time is it? Yeah, I probably won't get the other one out tonight. But, neither here nor there. Because I think next week we want to run the SA10s. I think that's going to be the big goal. We'll farm up those SA10s on Strength Day and come back and hopefully take them to school. So we'll see what happens. But nothing here nor there. Let's go into Awaken. Let's go in here. Let's go to Int. And let's look at Chilled. Now, I am out of the metals I need. I know I'm low on metals. I'm sorry. I haven't been farming metals. But what we're going to do before we go into the Super Strike, before we actually go into the LR Goku event, after we fully awaken them, after the tournament and all that stuff. Phase 4 that I came up with yesterday, it's the first time I mentioned it, but I really want to talk about it because it is really super important. I've touched ever so slightly on the dupe system. And free-to-play players, I don't know how many of you have played with the dupe system because it has requirements. What we're going to do is we're going to, hopefully I'll be able to farm these up before the next int night. If I can, then I'll show you the dupe system on that night as far as taking him to the next level goes. But what we're going to do is we want to get him up to a UR level. Once we have him at a UR level, then we can go in here, Hidden Potential. Oh, there's my physical black. So, since he is farmable, that is going to help us out a lot. And I do mean a lot. Now, real talk, unless you are an absolute master at farming Bulmas and Turtles, you're not going to be able to do 100% essay or 100% dupe on your first tournament. Sorry. Because you have to have, let me go down here, you have to have extra characters to unlock those events. And to get those extra characters, because you can't get UR without awakening them, you're not going to be able to do these events. So, what you would have to do is you'd have to have 5. I count them. 5 awakened. In this case, chilled. That's a lot. That's a big undertaking. Is that worthwhile? Probably. I'm gonna really give my brain some thought here before we go into the Goku event on Saturday. In fact, I'll splice in the Goku event here at the end before I do my salutation, because we got another hour and he'll come up any minute. So before we do the Goku event, I'm gonna start really thinking about what 6 characters I want to take in here, and I'm gonna heavily consider at minimum unlocking this lower path. This lower path right here, this is all about super attack. All about super attack. This is where you start unlocking criticals, where you start unlocking multiple attacks. This is really the area that we're going to want to focus on. So if we can get 2 awakened characters for the 6 that we're bringing in for the LR Goku event, it's going to make our lives so much easier. So much easier. The other thing we want to pay attention to, let's go to the Baba shop. Hey, there's a lot of extraneous information. Stuff that you should have in the back of your mind, but not necessarily consciously thinking about. Over here in trade points, though. I should buy those. I probably have a ton of them already. 81, so yeah, 60 will help. We could have used her tonight too. But more to the point, if you ever come in here and you ever see, let's go to items, awakening metals. Come on, lag. All right, where'd they go? There she is. You ever see her? Come on. Or him in that Baba shop? And they will be... Go back to the Baba shop. They will be under trade points. If you ever see them in trade points, buy. Worst case scenario, go into one of the Super Strike events, farm up a bunch of characters, sell them to the Baba shop, and buy. They're precious. You will... If you let them slip through your fingers, you will not forgive yourself. Those are the 2 medals that we need coming out of that event. So I'm getting long-winded, but I'm gonna cut here in just a second, and I'm gonna come back in. So I haven't done it yet. I haven't talked about the LR Goku event yet, but I haven't had a good opportunity. So I'm gonna cut here, let it sit. In another hour, I will come back, splice in the LR Goku event. So it's another reason this is going to go up late, but it's going to help out. We're going to talk a little bit about what our long-term goal is. Why are we doing all this? We're not just farming SAs for the sake of farming SAs, because huge damages in the long run of the game, it's not overly impressive. But getting that LR Goku, if you're free to play, is going to be big. The other thing I'll talk about real quickly, and I've talked about this a little bit, but as you're farming these up, as we get our SA 15s and all that, if you have any phenomenal characters, any like purchase characters or really expensive characters, anything you really want to take to the bank, I've talked about this, and I've talked about it a little bit, and I've talked about it in the live stream, but I can't stress it enough. Oh god, that's a whole other ball game there. But these Dokkan events that are running, they are going to be critical to upgrade to getting one of the other farmable LRs in the game, which are the androids. Let's go to the androids here real quick, character list. And let's go to AGL. There we are. I have mine at SA7. I need to fix that, but to get them up to this level, the current UR level that they're at requires 5 different types of 3 medals. That's super easy. That's an afternoon's worth of work. And these have been coming up all week. Now, the reason I bring this up now and I stress it now, and I know I'm dragging out the video a little bit, these events are going to be ending. They're running once a week now, twice a week, in fact. They're running twice a week right now, and they make the LR androids completely farmable. It's kind of a shame, in fact, if you do not have them unlocked by the end of this. The only reason I could see that is if you just don't have a huge tank level character. That's legit. That I get. But think about it. The first level, to get to this level, 5 different types, 3 medals. Now, let's go into Awaken. Grab them. Now, the next level, and yes, I've been farming a little bit, not as much as I should, but a little bit. 7. So 5 types, 7 medals. That's a bit of an undertaking, but not really all that scary, because if you do 7 medals a day is a couple stamina runs. It's not really that big a deal, and your stamina is half cost. So you free-to-play players, this is your time to really shine. Take full advantage of this. Now, then you build a crazy AGL team with your androids, or a really, a team that links up to them very, very well. Their link skills are pretty decent. I won't lie, they're not great, but they're pretty decent. Now, the next level, the LR level, sounds really scary. 5 types, 77 medals. But wait, the caveat to that, every single one of those events has a super level event that drops 7 medals. So, get you some characters, get you some really good characters, get you a badass stunner, get you a, get you a good stunner, get you a good sealer, lower attack, and pay attention to, let's go back and look at Broly real quick, and I'll show you, because it gives you an idea of what to do. Those high-level events. Come on, dude. Yeah, this is going to be a long video, but trust me, I hope this is just chock full of information you need. I hope this is helpful. Because that's my goal. I want to help build an awesome team. I want you guys to get further in the game and learn from the mistakes I have made. So, stage 2 is where we drop medals. Z-Hard will drop 2 medals every single time. That's pretty decent. That's alright. Probably a good place to warm up, but stage 3 drops 7 medals. Stage 3 is 11 runs, and you have all your medals you need. That's an afternoon. Now, that's not to say it's not a hell of an undertaking. Broly is a monster. He is scary. But there are free-to-play tutorials out there. I haven't made one. I haven't figured out a good free-to-play on it yet. I'm still working on Super Strikes, for God's sakes. But 77 medals are what you need for the Android. 77 medals are what you need for Broly, but if you're free-to-play, you probably don't have a Broly. So let's go down here. So stop Broly's rampage. These passive skills. Most of those are pretty. In fact, we were running one of those the other night. And then these link skills will help too. So, and I think most of those characters are all farmable. In fact, Mighty Mask, King Vegeta, they're both Super Strikes. These Saiyaman 2s, they were farmable in the event that just ended, so you can do it. If you farm those up, you could definitely do this. So, and that just, it tells you what to do to stop the attack and to do more damage. I'm not going to lie to you, it won't be easy. You will want to bring Ghost Ushers. You will want to bring King Yamas. You will want to bring all the support items in the world. But 11 runs, let's say you break that up. That's 4 runs, 5 because it won't be complete successes. And let's say if it costs you 2 stones, a couple of stones, you fail a couple times, or you learn new techniques and stuff like that. What are, 4 or 5 stones when you're getting an LR character out of it? don't gush stones. Don't bleed stones, for God's sakes. Stones are expensive. Stones are money, real talk. But you should definitely be working on this. That should be at the forefront. So while we're doing Super Strikes, our goal, never lose sight of it, our goal is LR Goku. But with the events running right now, with the events all being half stamina, let's see here. Yeah, so this would normally be 50 stamina. Right now it's 25. If you're at rank 200, you can run this. You can run this all the way through stamina once, and then have pretty much the medals you need for the day. Wait, next day, run it again, and be done with it. So, it's at some point, what do you want to do? But I hope that helps. So by the end of this month, if you really put your mind to it, I just haven't had the time, but if you really put your mind to it, you could have the LR Androids. That is going to be huge. And then when we're done with the Super Strikes, and when the next Tenkaichi Budokai comes up, we're hoping to be on a good path to have our LR Goku. So, a dual LR team, whoa! And of course you have to get a high level rank in the tournament twice, and I'm talking like top 3, I think, top 3, top 5, something like that, to even have a prayer of getting LR Piccolo. But try LR team. People say it's overrated, but the people that say that are also pay-to-play players. As a free-to-play player, I would hope you would understand the benefit of a try LR team. LR Frieza's coming too, but unless you've really farmed up those Friezas, I wouldn't worry about it at the moment. I would focus solely on LR Goku and the LR Androids. Everything else will come with time. Piccolo is just going to be a long-term goal. I wouldn't even focus on him. See how you do in the next tournament if you are new to the game. But that's kind of my 2 cents. I'm going to go ahead and cut it here and splice in here just a minute talking about the actual LR Goku event. Alright guys, since we've talked about the Super Strikes and we've discussed that part, let's really get into what our end-all be-all goal is here. And that is this right here, the Transcended Warrior event. This only runs on Saturdays, and the big thing is you have to run this. It will not let you run with anything but fully awakened Super Strike characters. If you remember, right now we're in Phase 1. Phase 1 is the one that's kind of tedious. It's farming, getting the medals, getting the characters, all that stuff. Phase 2 is going to be the Budokai, where we get the Bombas and Turtles. We're going to run the absolute dog shit out of that event. And we are going to get tons of medals and awaken as many of these characters as possible. The reason I say as many of them as possible, my team may not work for you. Your team probably won't work for me. We're going to try to get all the Super Strikes, or at least as many as we can muster, fully awakened, ready to go, so that after the tournament, we can start jumping into this. Like I did say before, you do want to go in here with SA15. Nothing less than SA15. So after the tournament, we will go back, do a little more mining, get them all up to SA15, those that aren't already or we haven't already mined. Once everything's at SA15, then we're going to go throw it all into the dupe system. This will be Phase 4. Phase 4 will be duping all these guys, getting everyone fully upgraded. We should be able to dupe them all. I don't know if we'll be able to get 100% on all of them. We'll try. It's going to depend entirely upon how many Bulmas and Turtles we have. I don't think it's realistic to expect to dupe every character. That's a lot. Because remember, you have to have 4 similar characters. You don't have to be SA15, but 4 similar characters. It's pretty big. That's a hurdle. So, but more to the point, is we all get them all up to 50 or 55%, their stats are going to be enormous. So, and when we go in here, it'll be a little bit easier. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is not going to be a fun event. You're going to be grinding the crap out of it, and by the end of it, you're going to hate it. But when you get him, you will love life. Why are we after LR Goku? Well, his stats are out. You can go on the wiki and you can look up LR Goku and his attack and all that, but here's the big thing you should care about. Super attack level 20. Not only that, causes colossal damage. Immense damage is a 25% modifier, as we've talked about before. Colossal is even bigger than that. And let's look at our Gogetas and things like that at a SA10 do 500, 600,000 damage without any buffs. Whoa. He has a bigger modifier, twice the SA, and he has the potential to do the Super Spirit Bomb from 18 Ki. What the crap? There's no end. Causes mega colossal damage. What? I don't even know what that would be. That's insane. It's like there's no limit to this character since Goku's price. So that is our goal. That is the prize that we need to keep our eyes on. And the reason we're going to awaken as many Super Strikes as possible is to build different teams. Your team might not work for me, my team might not work for you, but we want to have everything at our disposal to do as much as possible. And I don't make these videos for me to sit here and gloat, I got LR Goku. I can do that any day of the week. I can go on social media and do whatever. I've made a lot of noobish mistakes. I should have been doing this long ago. I would like to see other people succeed where I have failed. I want to help you out to get better, especially you free-to-play people. Pay-to-play is fun. I've started doing it recently. I would never go back, but there's still a lot of free stuff in this game that will make it phenomenal. A hell of a lot of fun. So if I can help you out with that, badass. Let's do it. Let's aim for it. That should be our #1 goal right now. I've also touched on the LR Androids. I think I'm going to do a video about that specifically. The events are almost over, so we're getting a little late on it, but there's still time. We can still at least get started. So lots and lots of things going on. I mean, a ton of stuff going on. So really what I want to say is just like video if this is helping you out. Let me know. That little thumb up lets me know that what I'm doing is helpful to you guys, not just for me, but to you guys. Comment if you have a question, if you want to discuss something. There's a lot of knowledgeable people that will be through here, not just me, because again, I don't know everything. I'm not even going to pretend to know everything, but knowledgeable people will come through. They'll be able to answer your question if I or someone else can't. Share, get the word out there. Let other people in on this, because you're going to have a lot of friends with those LR Gokus after a while, and that's going to help you out. If you don't give a crap about seeing other people succeed and helping, at least know that that's helping you. So it's a win-win. But, all that good stuff. All that normal stuff that people say. You get the idea. I forget where I'm going with it at this point, but I guess all I'm really trying to say is stay tuned. Let me know that I'm helping you out. And as always, if you want to stay up to date with what's going on, I touched on some live events that are happening. I will be doing a live stream tomorrow night, actually tonight at this point. So if you want to keep up with all of that, just that right there. I used to put a button there, but Facebook doesn't like that anymore, and they get pissy and they take it down, other crap, so just know the link. Hit me up on Booker, and I will lay your ass out next time. Do, do, do. Do, do, do.